Hi, and welcome to Sgt Dorsey Speaks on IGTV. I want to give you an update on a fatal police shooting in Corona, California, involving an off-duty LAPD officer. So here's the deal. About 6 months ago, June 14th to be exact, there was an off-duty LAPD officer at a Costco in Corona, California. He was shopping with his family. He had a small child in his arms when he encountered what's described as a intellectually disabled gentleman. Now, the gentleman in question is 32 years old. His name was Kenneth French, and he was in the Costco with his parents. Something happened, varying stories, competing narratives. Maybe Mr. French might have slapped or hit this off-duty officer, and in response, the off-duty officer pulled out his duty weapon or off-duty weapon, and he wound up shooting 6 times at this guy. Not only did he shoot and kill Kenneth French, but he also seriously injured both of his parents. Now, listen, even if this guy did slap this off-duty LAPD officer, whose name is Salvador Sanchez, 6 rounds in a Costco full of people? It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, there's all kinds of things that I find wrong about that shooting. First of all, it's a crowded store. Second of all, 6 bullets? It's a wonder that more people weren't injured. Nonetheless, the prosecutor in Riverside County took this to a grand jury of 19, and evidently the 19 grand jurors could not come to a unanimous decision, and so they returned to no bill, which means they couldn't agree, and that they didn't all believe that there was sufficient evidence to charge this officer criminally. 6 rounds in a crowded Costco? I don't understand what the dilemma is. Listen, as an LAPD supervisor, I can tell you for sure, we are trained and taught 2 rounds in rapid succession if you just got to fire. And listen, you only fire your weapon in the immediate defense of your life, right? First resort, not as a first resort, but as a last resort. That's when you use deadly force. And I don't know that this, getting slapped, even if that happened, was immediate defense of life. Now, the officer said he had his kid with him in his arms and he was knocked unconscious. Okay, so he's knocked unconscious. That means the baby must have fell to the floor. Don't know what happened to the baby. And so when the officer regained consciousness, the first thing he thought to do was shoot 6 times? Well, fast forward round 2, civil suit, because the officer's not going to be filed against criminally. And I don't know what LAPD is going to do administratively since there are no criminal charges. I mean, listen, Police Chief Michael Moore, it's his fiefdom. He gets to decide. He has complete autonomy. He can make this training exercise. He can give this guy a paper penalty, or he could just give him the homie hookup and not discipline him at all. I don't expect the officer to be fired since there are no criminal charges, but the family has attained an attorney, and now there's going to be a civil suit. And listen, we already know cities don't have a problem throwing buckets of monies at families once they've killed your loved one, because money doesn't come from the officer, doesn't come from the police department. It comes from you, the taxpayer. And so, I don't know if they're going to throw buckets of money at this family or not, because allegedly Kenneth French struck the officer first. I think the level of force that the officer used, that being deadly force, 6 bullets, was a bit excessive, but that's just me. So I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know how this thing turns out, but wanted to give you that update. Off-duty LAPD officer, no bill with regards to criminal prosecution. Civil suit is up next. I'll keep you posted. Until next time, be good and be safe.